Golly, that was stressful. Hello.
Here.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a near miss, that, guys. You may notice that I've got a slightly different camera angle. I've got the up the nose vibes tonight. That's because I left my webcam in my laptop bag at work. I was like, what am I going to do? Are you going to just like hear my voice? Probably better, to be honest, because I do look a bit scruffy today. But then I quickly figured out that I could turn my iPhone into a webcam. And,
amazing.
Yeah, so here we are. By the miracles of modern technology, we managed to crack on, if not a little bit late. But all good. And plus, I've got a weird little squiggly logo on the bottom. Because am I going to pay for the full version?
I don't want to know about your personal life.
Yeah, you know too much about it already. So
RoboCop's front and center today.
He is. You can see him, which is really good because
no,
I don't know
before.
With that other camera, it whites out the LEDs, just white out what's in the RoboCop case there. So yeah, you can see Robo a little bit, and you can see the Kenner. The Kenner
the
display
Kenner
a bit better. That's the Jawa Jawa playset there,
Oh yeah.
and that's the Cantina playset.
So for £250 million, where is the inconsistency in Matt's background?
It's like a game of Where's Wally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well,
Let's let people try and spot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if you can spot on Matt's desk what is
One
is
of
not.
these things ain't quite like the others.
Let's see what shouldn't be there. Yeah. So Matt, have you kicked off one of the beers yet?
I've not kicked off with the ones you supplied earlier,
Okay.
but I am really wanting to get into this one.
Right. Why don't you open that first? So this, ladies and gentlemen, from our friends at Donkey Stone, this is our brand new Kato Sour. Kato Sour,
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
which had literally just been canned today. So that is
I'm just going to have to down this one.
that is as fresh as the con. I just wanted to show you and kick off with that first because I've only got a tiny bit left in the glass.
Ah.
You can see it's a great color. It's got you can see the raspberry and lychee sour vibes in there.
It looks like Tizer, but it's much nicer than Tizer.
Can you still buy Tizer?
Now, bear in mind, it's not sour.
It's not been cancelled.
No, I bought some, and it's nowhere near. It's disgusting.
Well,
I've not had it for years. I don't.
Yeah,
they don't sell it in New Zealand. So, pardon?
All pops are disgusting now.
Wrong.
Like they made, whenever it was, they made this genius decision to put an even more harmful chemical in it, and they put aspartame in all of the pops, and extracted most of the sugar and put like this aspartame in. They all taste like shit. Like Fanta Lemon, which was like my favorite, especially on holiday. Ugh. Iron Brew, they wrecked that as well. It's like, I remember when it first happened, I was going into like supermarkets to like try and gather like what was left of the original recipe ones and stockpile them. But
what's your favorite pop?
My favorite pop used to be probably Iron Brew.
Iron Brew from Gerda's.
But now if I'm going to have a pop, the only pop I can have is Coke, because Coke is the only one that you can still get like the sugar.
Right.
Like normal sugar without aspartame. There's pretty much nothing unless you go to like those traditional pop labels that do like traditional lemonades and stuff, and they can still make some good, like a Dandelion and Burdocks and stuff like that.
Well, I was going to say that is my favourite, Dandelion and Burdock.
There's Ben Shaw's, and there's what's the other one that's really good? Ben Shaw's Dandelion and Burdock's good, but there's another one. Fermentez.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
you can still pick it up.
It's brilliant color, isn't it?
Apple Tango is one of my favorites.
Yes, I used to love Apple Tango. Yeah,
you can still get it with sugar, but it's probably got, like you said, the additives and stuff.
And
it's probably not like it was when I was at school.
No, those days are gone. I'll tell you what, since it's a sour, obviously, so you get a little bit of that tartiness, but not.
But I like it.
Not as heavy as your normal sour. It's actually a really palatable one.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That's on a hot summer afternoon.
Well, that'd be magic, won't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
You'll only have the opportunity in this country of 2 of those 2 days.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll really enjoy it.
I think we're going to get one sunny afternoon this year.
We'll really enjoy it on those 2 days when it happens. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, since it's not quite the advert that was going to be polished off and prepared for specifically for our show, but since we are drinking a bit of Donkey Stone beer, I'd like to run this from our sponsor. Hey. There you go. So download the app from iOS or it's other one, Android. The Donkey Stone Brewery app, or you can get onto donkeystonebrewing.com and order your beers if you'd like to join in with us on the old beer drinking side of things.
If you would join us.
if you would join us with a beer. Right, so we're kind of doing a news show tonight. Admittedly, I have actually got some. I have got some guests for us lined up now. I've been talking to
Harrison Ford.
I've been talking to Harrison
Mark
Ford. He's very keen to come on and take the piss out of us for 5 minutes and then leave. No, I've been talking to one of my friends in America actually, who was in Return of the Jedi. So that may happen. We've still got plans coming up for this. Which will also happen. I have got a couple of people stacked on that as well, including somebody from the States. But again, the timing's just not been great for them. So that will happen. Of course, if you want to come and join in with it, then get involved. Drop us a line, and we'll stick you on for Fan Focus. So, in the meantime, Matt, you've put them into the chat, haven't you? I was not paying much attention. Should we kick off with the? Should we kick off with the embarrassment?
Embarrassment. Right. Hang on a tickety boo, and I will.
Okay, it was Banning's Comics. I think was one of the last ones. Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm going to do this. And then I suspect that I should also probably do this.
Before, Paddy, you were going towards the mic and looking towards the side. I thought you were going to go, news.
I was actually watching that episode the other day.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's funny. Me and Gina have been watching The Partridge again, and it was like we were pissing our sides as if some of it we were watching for the first time.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Particularly the bit like
you can't have been. You remember every line.
Eh?
You can't have been laughing that much like you've seen it for the first time. You remember every line.
I know I remember every line, but I was absolutely
funny.
I was absolutely pissing my sides. But the main one was the main one was shoot your shove through that door. Probably me next.
Well, he does. While we're on that, he does one about Pop. He's in the car. This is not in I'm Alan Partridge. This is one of those documentaries he did. So he's got a side view. He's just driving around going, I was looking at one of them things the other day, one of those TV shows. He said, can you tell the difference between Pepsi and Coke? And, the flavour, the differences. And I just thought to myself, who gives a shit?
Quite right. Anyway, right, let's dive off Alan into this.
What we're here for.
So this is really, really exciting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very exciting. The folks at Lucasfilm have dreamt up probably what's going to be, I think, one of the most exciting characters that's ever been created in Star Wars. So here we go. Let me just pull up the news article. I know you've got it up there, Matt, but I did actually neglect to put it on my screen as well. Okay, so this is taken from Bounding into Comics, literally bounding into them.
They're a good site.
It is a good site. Star Wars, The High Republic is an absolute embarrassment. The new character is just a rock. A brand new character introduced in Star Wars The High Republic is literally a rock named Geode?
Geode.
Geode.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was called Geode.
seems.
You thought that dinosaur thing was bad. Fucking hell.
That seems so tickled, Andy. That one.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
We've got a new character. It's a rock. What should we call it? I don't know. How about what's a rock name? Crystal. No, not Crystal. Geode. That'll do.
Do you think it was one of them? Right, you're coming up with a character name, or you're not going home at 5, and they just went 4:59.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. No.
Yeah.
Introduced in Star Wars: The High Republic, Into the Dark by Claudia Gray. Geode is the navigator of the starship, the vessel. Fucking hell, they must have been up all night thinking these up.
Oh, mate, this is so bad, isn't it?
So the starship's called the vessel, and the character that's a rock is called Geode.
Yeah. What's the hero called?
That is piloted by
Jedi.
Leox Gaiassi of the Burn Guild. The Burn Guild. I don't know.
Where are we? Yeah.
When he's introduced in Into the Dark, Gray writes, but all conversation came to an end as Leox and Affy stopped their group at the edge of the cockpit. And this here, Leox said with a grin, is our ship's navigator, Geode. That narration reads, standing in one corner of the cockpit was a rock. Was it standing or was it just resting there?
So it's not going to be like juggling, is it?
No, not
fucking
really.
Rock.
It continues. About as tall as and slightly wider than Reith himself. Oh, I'm even getting bored reading it. Dark grey with rounded edges and a flinty, flaky surface.
Wow.
Impressive as rocks went. Impressive.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty impressive rocks in my time.
I have. I think probably the balls on the author of the novel, but sorry. No, that can't be true. But still, it was just a rock, wasn't it? Reith frowned. Sure, this was some kind of weird joke. There's gonna be a rock pun here somewhere. Surely. It's not a joke, Gaiassi explained. He's a Vintian. Are you sure it's not a Flintian?
Yeah.
From
Fred Flintian.
Yeah, from Vint. The pilot added. Geode's a nickname, by the way. Turns out you can't pronounce his name correctly unless you don't have a mouth.
What?
Huh?
They must talk telepathically then.
It turns out you can't pronounce his name correctly unless you don't have a mouth, right?
Is this rock a force user as well?
What if you just close your mouth and then try and pronounce it?
I understood what you said then, Paddy. You said this is bullshit.
Gray later writes, Leox cackled as he began leading them from the cockpit into the ship. Yeah, you just wait. Fuck all else he can do, is there? But I don't want to give you fellas the wrong idea. Geode's a wild man. For sure.
Do you know what? I don't give a shit about this. I'm off.
But when it comes to steering the ship, he's all business. Great, continued. Solid, you might say. Arla raised an eyebrow. Very well. Let's get a look at our bunks. You can read the excerpt from the book below. In another section of the book, it's revealed that it will be 9 years before Geode goes into his next...
Oh, you're still talking about it? Oh, God.
In another section of the book is revealed that it will be 9 years before Geode goes into his next mating smelt.
Oh, dear me.
Does anyone give a shit about this?
What's going on? What's going on?
This is Star Wars.
There's got to be more to it than this. But,
I just thought someone might have a really good sense of humor, and it's just a bit of a wind up. But there's too much. There's too much concept art.
is that? Would you classify that as art?
Yeah, it's a drawing with some painting on it.
Yeah, I know, but
I wouldn't
from
say it was good art.
No, exactly. That's what I was getting at.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Paddy. It was too much for him. He mega couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's shot. He's shoot the roost, whatever you say. You know, he's gone.
Where
Clear off his carpet. It's too much for him. You can't handle it anymore.
where are we up to?
So right, where are we up to? Okay, the next mating smelt. In a video shared to the official Star Wars website, the narrator states, Leox Gaesi is the eccentric pilot of a vessel known simply as the Vessel.
Fucking hell.
Co-piloted by Afi Hollow and navigated by Geode, who appears to be a rock. An image of Afi and Geode are shown in the video, which you can see below. Well, there's an image anyway. Artist Jake Bartok previously shared the concept art of Geode to Twitter back in February. He wrote, I noticed there isn't any official concept art for Into the Dark's breakout star, Geode, yet. Here is my unofficial interpretation for everyone's favourite solid, stony-faced navigator. And there you go. It's a drawing of a rock. Well, that's a better drawing of a rock than the official Lucasfilm.
What's that quote that Obi-Wan says in Phantom Menace? Why do I feel like we've picked up another pathetic life form or something like that?
Yeah.
The thing is, right, if you go to George Lucas, right, they were coming up with a game when they were coming up with The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. I think Havoc was one of the companies that were doing The Force Unleashed, but I think they did the destructive stuff. I can't remember which studio did The Force Unleashed now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And George spent a lot of time telling about what the Force is, what characters and emotions and the power of drama and things like that. And then they came up, the first idea was like, oh, it's going to be Wookiees. We're going to do a Wookiee game. And George was like, did you not hear a word I just said? I just said how important the dialogue is in the narrative, and you're going to have every character just go, what are you meant to decipher from that? And it's almost like these guys, I don't think George would have put this through as an idea.
I know.
But what do I know?
Yeah. An update from Paddy. His internet's gone.
No.
So he's getting back on now, I think.
Probably just needs to restart his router.
Probably.
Well, you know what they're saying. Just turn it off and on again. It so works. And if it doesn't, you're fucked. You need to go to some kind of IT consultant. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Anyway, back to this riveting story.
Back to the riveting story. So, to finish the article off, this is a state of Star Wars. They unironically introduced a rock named Geode as a navigator for a ship called the Vessel. It can't get worse than this, can it? They've hit rock bottom, right? Yeah. What do you make of this new Star Wars, a High Republic character, and how it's introduced? Well,
couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a fuck. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. Like, I don't care.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about the story. All I know about is this character who is a rock. So I'm presuming there's more to this character than just being a rock.
Well, hopefully the rock is just like inside there's an actual life form or something, and then it evolves or something like that, and it'll be a big shocking revelation of what it is or who it is. I hope so. If it's literally just a rock that does nothing, then what? Forgive me, but why would anybody be interested in that? And if you are, fair enough.
Well, if you are, fair enough. But Jesus Christ. In geology, a geode is a rock with something inside it, right?
Yeah. So that's as far as I know, though, Matt. I can't really expand on it.
Crystals and stuff like an amethyst is a geode, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you smash one of the nodules open, you get all the purple crystals inside.
I don't know. It's just becoming a science lesson for me. I didn't know this.
I don't.
Carry on.
I'm remembering from years ago. I think that's the case. So
Right,
yeah,
okay.
there must be something more to it than just a simple rock. But still, it's not a good look, really, for a new Star Wars book, is it?
What's that line that Luke says in Last Jedi? The Force is not just about lifting rocks. Yes, it is. Because that's what she does at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to a character no one cares about, Geode. I don't know, it might end up being something really special inside there. But I just...
Yeah, I'm not going to find out because I'm not interested in reading any of them books anyway, so...
To be honest, if you're going to do a character like that, the best place to do it would be a graphic novel or a comic and not a movie, because a movie, it's just... When we watch films, we read people's faces and their eye lines, and it can be interesting when you don't see that, like the Mandalorian and Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers. It's like there's a cut off from humanity. But when it's just a fucking inanimate object like a rock, there's nothing to latch onto emotionally for an audience. So it's probably not going to work. But who am I to say that? I don't know. I don't speak for the world.
Is the author trying to emulate Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, with Groot?
Yeah.
Could be, but Groot works.
Groot works. Yeah.
Do you remember last week when we talked about how good the combination of, when we're talking about droids that can't talk, how C-3PO is in with R2, and then later on in Empire, it's Luke. Luke tells us what R2's feeling and saying.
Yeah.
And that's why Groot works.
Yes.
Because he says, "I am Groot," doesn't he? I'm not an expert on Marvel.
No, that's his the only line he says.
But all the other characters will interpret what's going on.
But you've got Rocket, which is his partner, who...
Is he the pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raccoon. Here he is.
Hiya, Paddy.
I'll be back. That was fun. So
technical difficulties.
Yeah, my normally solid rock solid internet connection just completely vanished. I'm very glad that that StreamYard have thought ahead and considered the fact that the host may disappear from time to time and the show can continue without him. So yeah, that's good news. So what was that? What were our final thoughts on that unholy piece of shit that's been heaved into the Star Wars universe?
Well, I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt and think, the character is probably more than meets the eye. Not in the Transformers sense. But
Robots in
disguise.
Yeah, wasn't that another form of, what were they called?
Oh, he's gone again.
Fucking hell.
Oh, we can still hear him.
We can still hear you. You're upside down now.
It's my camera. I think it was the camera struggling to connect for a minute.
Right, okay.
Right.
You reminded me of Beast from X-Men then, because he hangs from the ceiling.
So maybe we should. Maybe it's KK. I don't know. Maybe we need to get off the rock subject.
Evening, lads.
Lads slept in. Good. I'm glad you did, because we're late and we're having all kinds of issues.
Yeah.
But at least
this is one of those episodes where we could do bloopers.
At least we didn't create a Star Wars character that's a rock.
Exactly. Put that on your CV.
Yeah, put that on your CV. Oh, did you show the picture of it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Right. So there's actually a picture of it next to that woman, and
yeah,
wow.
that's the official Lucasfilm artwork.
Oh, hang on. I noticed there isn't an official concept outfit into the Dax Breakout Star Guild yet. Here's my unofficial interpretation.
Yeah, that was somebody's interpretation, but the one where you see the woman and the vessel.
Yeah, that's concept art.
That's official Lucasfilm released artwork for the book.
I mean, Jake Bartok created a more interesting looking rock for my money
Well, exactly, yeah.
than
Yeah.
Lucasfilm did. But yeah, well,
I mean,
that's,
Lucasfilm's got a lot of money, and they're hiring like 7-year-olds to do their artwork by the looks of it.
Well, they do that with the posters as well. The artwork for the CDs and the DVDs. They're like someone has just got like a free trial for Photoshop for 30 days, and they've just grabbed all the PNG files that Lucasfilm have and just gone, yeah, that's a painting of Han Solo, and there's a photo shoot of Boba Fett, and there's a picture of Vader from Return of the Jedi, but this is for The Empire Strikes Back. And it's like, what is going on?
All from the wrong film. Yeah, put all those together. It'll look brilliant.
I shouldn't give a shit about that, but I do.
I do.
Well, you expect more from a company like Lucasfilm, don't you? But
we expect more. Plus, there's a lot of beautiful artworks out there available to repurpose.
Stairs in Drew Struzden.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Paddy, this is a nice drink. I like this a lot.
Are you a fan of the Kato Sour?
Ooh.
Excellent. Well, I meant to say as well, we need to create one of these, don't we? So, yeah. What do you want to talk about next?
Okay,
I'm all over kerfuffle now.
Yeah. Well, there's Nick Frost. We can.
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
Right, let me just share the screen again.
This was what I was trying to everybody know about.
You might notice as well. There's no ads with these news articles now.
Have you put an ad blocker on?
Well, I suppose it is. It's a new browser. It's called Brave. It's that little lion's face up there.
All right. Oh, excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to pull that in. But just
go on.
I'm going to let that run across the bottom. So if you go on the Donkey Stone app and if you download the Donkey Stone app and you want to order some of the beer from there, at checkout, add CSW 2021 and you will get 10% off. Okay. Nick Frost turned down a role in Star Wars because the pay was rubbish. Now, I mean, I don't think that's well, as we said before, I don't think that's new news, but let me just jump onto that article. I hate that bloody browser. It keeps opening automatically. You are not my default browser. Why are you doing this? Right. This is taken from The Independent.
I nearly hummed the Nazi Indiana Jones march then, but then I thought, no, we don't want a copyright strike.
Yeah. Nick Frost has revealed he turned down a role in the recent Star Wars trilogy because the pay was rubbish. The actor, best known for his roles in Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, opened up about his past decision during an appearance on the Celebrity Catch-Up podcast. I got offered a part in Star Wars. It was only a little bit, but I was like, the part's really small, the pay's rubbish, I've got a family, I don't do this for free, said the actor. The 48-year-old added, I mean, I like Star Wars, I like watching it. I don't want to watch it and think, look at your ugly mug. Frost said he did not have any regrets regarding his decision. There's a part for me that thinks he could have been in a Star Wars film, but fuck it, he said. I tend to not look backwards at all, so that doesn't really affect me as a choice. I took because I think, well, it's done. I've made the decision. Frost's frequent collaborator Simon Pegg appeared in 2015's The Force Awakens as the voice of the junk boss Jakku Unkar Plut.
He was in the costume as well.
He was in the costume as well.
Yeah.
I just wonder whether they had. I wonder whether Frost was going to play that part and Pegg was going to do something else.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think JJ wanted Simon's face in the film because he was Scotty in Star Trek.
Yeah, he blotted his copybook there, didn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean.
In fact, Simon Pegg said that he said if I go in that costume, then I can. What did he say? I can have my space cake and eat it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in it.
Is that
my face and screen.
It was that documentary, wasn't it, where he's going, I burn for Star Wars, because he's like in the big rubber costume in the
In Abu Dhabi.
in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yeah, bloody hell.
Very warm.
I wonder if that had anything to do with Frost's decision. He's a bit more portly than than Simon, isn't he? You can imagine in a costume in the middle of Abu Dhabi. I don't think it would have been a great deal of fun, to be honest.
What was it called? Unkar Plut.
Unkar Plut. That's mine.
1/4 portion. There was a great meme that came out about that. Literally the day after the film came out, The Force Awakens, was when you trade in like all your games into like Game Station or something, and then the guy just goes 1/4. What you brought me today is worth 1/4 portion. True story.
Yeah.
Matt's been on to say, like the Rise of Skywalker action figure poster.
Oh yeah, remember that? Emperor Palpatine was just an action figure for the teaser.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm assuming that's what Matt means.
Yeah. We're talking about the artwork, cheap ass artwork.
It was based on a hot toy, wasn't it?
That's it. Hot Toys.
It was
Hot
the
Toys
hot toy.
figure.
That's that. Yeah.
They'd taken the picture of the hot toy and just used that.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Jeepers creepers.
Should have called Chip. Should have called Chipper.
Should have called anyone. But yeah, Shipper, of course.
Oh, this is interesting. Hi, I'm from Brazil. Send a kiss to my sister. Her name and Carol. She is pregnant. I will be a father. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Congrats.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Wait,
Oh, hang on a minute.
Go on.
Has he just wound us up there? I think he might have done. I'm from Brazil. Send a kiss to my sister. Her name is Carol. She's pregnant. I will be the father. Think about that. Yeah, he's had us over there. It's a fake name as well. I better know that. I better know. Congratulations. You sure you're not a redneck? Oh dear. I can't believe I fell for that. Never mind. It's like the Bill Hicks gag. I'd like to introduce you to my wife and my sister. And there was one there's one girl standing there. So we've got it. That's our first troll. So yeah, round of applause. I know.
Good. We've done well.
It was. You nailed us there, Brian. Yeah, really slow.
Yeah, really.
I've had that much kerfuffle tonight with losing the internet and making my phone into an emergency.
You're all out of sorts.
I'm all out of sorts. Yeah. So thanks for that, Davy. Right. What's next?
What is next?
Andy doesn't know where to look now.
I just don't understand. I'm on the Facebook stream, but I can't see the comments.
Oh, really?
No.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Visible confusion.
We've been hacked. Anyway, let's do.
Okay, they've obviously got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Like me.
like all three of us.
Like all three of us. No, we've all got better things to do, but we'd like to do this.
Yeah, we choose to do this.
That was quite a weird.
Mainly for our own entertainment.
That was quite a weird troll, really. Don't you think? I've never seen that one before.
What, just getting you to throw in an incest joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It fits in well with Star Wars if you think about it. I mean, Luke and Leia.
There's been another one, Paddy.
I wrote it wrong. I used to be the father of another girl. My sister is pregnant. Okay.
I'm still suspicious. I still feel like I'm being trolled.
Yeah.
And I just can't see it.
What did he say then? They wrote it wrong.
Said he wrote it wrong. He used to be the father of another girl. My sister is pregnant. I don't know. It still doesn't seem related. That doesn't even seem like a dodgy gag to me either. But Maybe
Anyway,
something.
if you're not a troll,
Yeah.
enjoy
Welcome
the
to-
show.
welcome to the show.
Club Star Wars. If you are a troll, welcome to Club Star Wars.
Yes. Right. Okay. Crikey. Anyway. Let's do this. Okay. What are we on here? I've downshifted onto somebody else's, so I'm on Buxton, also fairly local.
What, the water?
Yeah, Buxton Water. Buxton Rest Day, double IPA. A dipper.
Lovely.
You know I like a bit of a dipper.
Ooh.
This is 8%. Very nice. Right. Okay, let's have a look at this particular article now. See if we can get back into the swing.
Right.
Fans turn unused Star Wars Episode 6 script. Oh, really? Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that one yet. I didn't even tell you which
Episode
one I was
9.
going to look at.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, okay. I'm just going to open that one. I was not aware of this. This sounds quite exciting, actually. Because our previous guest Cameron Pasha had some good things to say about that particular.
That's right. Yeah.
Script, didn't he? Right, I'm just opening it here because it decided it wanted to send me to something else. Right. Fans turn unused Star Wars Episode 9 script into a comic. Upon release in December 2019, The Rise of Skywalker wound up being pretty divisive amongst Star Wars fans. Although these days, what isn't? But before J.J. Abrams returned to direct the final installment, Jurassic World's Colin Trevorrow was helming the final Skywalker film. He departed the project, but not before he and writer Derek Connolly completed a script titled Duel of the Fates. That script leaked online last year, giving fans an idea of what might have been. Hey, Star Wars fans, I've been working for the past year on a comic adaptation of Colin Trevorrow's Episode 9 script, Duel of the Fates, and I'd like you to check it out. It will be 7 issues total when completed. I wonder what label he's put. He's put it out himself, do you think?
Yeah, I think he has.
So anyway, now thanks to Boing Boing, we've learned that a fan has now spent a year taking that script and bringing it to life in comic book form. Star Wars devotee Andrew Weingardner has developed the screenplay into the first 6 issues of what will be a 7-issue adaptation of Duel of the Fates, and posted it online, all free of charge, of course. Weingardner hopes that eventually Marvel Comics will publish it as an alternative universe tale. Probably not. Similar to what Dark Horse Comics did in their Star Wars Infinities and Star Wars Visionaries series years ago. Lucasfilm, on his website, Weingarner wrote, like many fans, I was disappointed with The Rise of Skywalker, a retread of The Return of the Jedi that didn't seem to follow the trajectory of the story set up in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, or even The Force Awakens, or even both of them. I was thrilled that Colin Trevorrow and Derek Connolly's Duel of Fates leaked both the script and amazing pre-production artwork, which I can incorporate into my adaptation. Having read Duel of Fates, I can state that I enjoy it much more than The Rise of Skywalker. This is a fascinating what-if style look into what could have been, and certainly the closest fans will ever likely see the version of Episode 9 in any kind of visual storytelling. This is truly a unique treat for Star Wars fans by a Star Wars fan. Who's going to be grabbing a copy of that?
I'd be interested.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't mind having a look at that. Good work, dude.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, Trevorrow's script is leaps and bounds better than what we got.
Have you read it? Yeah.
I've seen snippets and I've seen the artwork.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't actually get hold of the leak script. Did you?
I've not read the entire thing, but
yeah,
what I have read of it, yeah, the story, the bones of it, yeah, a lot better.
Yeah, I'd like to get hold of that and have a read. That'd be interesting.
Hmm.
Andrew, would you be interested in reading that?
I watched a video that was like over an hour long that went through Trevorrow's script.
All right.
I can't remember when. Not that long after the film came out, like digitally and Blu-ray and stuff. And I thought it was better. What from what I saw, well heard, but I just don't want to get into the sequels. I've said everything I want to say about it. Done it to fucking death now. And but yeah, I'll be honest. At the time when I saw the script, I was like, I don't like that much better than Rise of Skywalker. But then after time, I thought I like it a lot better than Rise of Skywalker. But I still don't like it. Paddy's gone again. His internet's cut out.
Oh no, not again.
Oh well.
Right. Okay.
I think Trevorrow's film would have made more money.
Oh, I do too. And by the sounds of it, I would have probably purchased that on 4K Blu-ray if it would have been made. As it stands. Yeah.
Well, there was two Duel of the Fate scripts, wasn't there? There was the original one he proposed, and then Lucasfilm said, no, Luke can't be in it. And then he was like, okay, and Cameron said this, and then he accepted it, made another one, and that's the one that's leaked, the Duel of the Fates.
Yeah, right.
I think it's a shit title, personally. I've ranted about this.
Yeah, I know.
Duel of the Fates is so significant to the Phantom Menace, but again, it could be a cool thing to link everything together.
Yeah, it could have been.
Who knows?
And if the movie was made, it could have easily come out with a different title.
A lot of films change the titles, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. So, as a script was as it was that. But
it's just so sour for me to even talk about. That's why I'm not enthused at all to talk about this. Because of Rise of Skywalker.
I've just got a
GIF,
an angry GIF from Paddy there. Like,
yeah, not happy.
His internet's dropped out.
Yeah.
So, shall we move on?
Move the ship out of the asteroid field so that you can send a clear transmission. Sorry, I have cats. That's as close as I can get to James Earl Jones. It's probably one of the most. It's like one of the voices that everyone would love to impersonate, but probably one of the most difficult. I've heard very few people do a good Vader.
Yeah, when I lived in New Zealand, I joined a group. Sounds a bit weird. There was a group.
Did you join a cult?
Yeah, I joined a cult, and the
cult of Vader.
The cult leader did a really good impersonation of Vader. No,
right.
It's kind of similar. There was a group who dressed up in Star Wars and all sorts of characters, and they call themselves the
Virgins.
Dark Side Entertainers. Yeah, the Virgins. And and honestly, the Vader guy character, he pulled it off. Obviously, he had the helmet and the breathing and all that down to a T. Obviously, it was all recorded.
Nice.
But he did a really good impersonation of Vader with a little bit of a Kiwi twist to it, I suppose. But yeah, right. He's very good. David Britton.
I can't have got anyone.
No.
I can't call anyone a virgin for being a Star Wars fan. I'm the worst. The only reason I'm not dressed as a stormtrooper right now is because I'm too fat. If I was sitting, I'd be dressed as a stormtrooper all the time. I'd teach with it on.
Boba Fett. New Boba Fett. The new one from The Mandalorian. He's a bit...
Yeah. Well, I'm a lot fatter than even he is. So, yeah. I could be Jabba the Hutt. That's about it for now.
Can you do a Jabba the Hutt impression?
No.
No. Okay. That's not good then.
I've tried. Again, really really deep voice.
Yeah.
I can only do Palpatine. My Palpatine's not low enough, but it's I think the accent's there.
Yeah. I cannot do any impressions whatsoever.
Your Obi-Wan's not too bad, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you got the accent right.
English.
While we're on voice actors, that's what James Arnold Taylor, who plays Kenobi in Clone Wars, Rebels, Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
He does the perfect blend of McGregor and Guinness. It's just perfect.
Yeah, he does.
It's a great Kenobi voice.
I've often thought about asking him to come on the show, and
yeah,
having a chat with him. I think he'd be a really cool guest.
Yeah, he would. He does like 1,000 voices or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He seems like a really nice guy as well. Like,
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a lot older than he looks as well. James Arnold Taylor. Have you seen his monologue thing he does at a Star Wars Celebration, where he does like all these different voices and it keeps showing different character behind him?
No, I've not seen that.
Should check it out. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, he did the early Star Wars weekends, like the interviews. And then later, like the one that Paddy attended in, I think it was 2016, it just got really cringy. But when James Arnold Taylor did it, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
They did that thing at Disney, didn't they? Star Wars weekends or something. And they had Ray Park and Ian McDermott.
Yeah.
I think even Carrie Fisher shows up at one point as well.
Right.
And Warwick Davis. And they were quite good interviews. Paddy's buffering.
He's buffering.
What's our next news article?
It's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, we can hear him. There he is. He's upside down. You're on the ceiling again, lad.
I don't know what to do about this, guys. I don't know whether to just like end the show before I'm not able to access the back end of StreamYard.
Yeah, maybe call it quits for today and come back next week.
Yeah,
bigger and brighter than ever.
Yeah, sorry, I did post a comment to Facebook while you were talking. So sorry, guys, but my internet is going up and down. So I feel like if I don't end the broadcast now, I might not be able to end it, and then you guys will just have to keep spinning on and talking for like hours.
And we will.
Well, maybe we should do that off air. Anyway, we'll be back to dissect a bit more next week, and hopefully we'll have webcams and internet connections that work and stuff like that. So until next time, may the force be with you, and hopefully I can play. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. All right.